Jenkins. Come on. But like Bryan. Yeah. Woo. Look at this. Look at this. Felt like throwing. Yes. We're going to talk about it. Yes. Getting better every day, Mr. Jenkins. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Jenkins. Thank you for thinking of me today. Look at you, Mr. Jenkins.
See this?
A good Samaritan.
All right, there they go, Kia.
You see
Waving
this?
off of them.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, thank you.
All right, Kia, let's
Thank
go.
you. Look at that.
Um,
Everybody
have they had
loving
dinner?
their mama today.
They go.
It's
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Mother's
some
Day.
later.
Everybody got to give out their tip, their financial tip that they got from their mama. That one financial tip. I think the person with the longest living mother right now today is Ms. McGee. Ms. McGee, how old is your mama?
She is
Girl.
97. She'll be
Woo!
98 next month.
Oh
Girl.
All
wow.
right, all right.
Yeah,
You
praise
mean
God.
March? You talking about March next month? Like my
March
birthday?
16th, 3/16, she'll be 98.
Shut up,
Yeah,
girl.
yeah,
All
She is
right.
yeah.
just slightly older than me. Ain't she something?
Congratulations.
Go
All
on,
right.
girl, with your
To God
bad
be the
self.
glory.
My goodness. Woo!
Yeah.
I got to pick up my game. You live that long. I
We'll
got to get
see
my
you next
investment
week.
game on. I got
You
to
all packed up?
look. Look, I got to make sure your money is long, 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 long.
You know what? I think it just speaks to the goodness of God, the graciousness of God,
That's right.
and the greatness of God.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Look, sprinkle the blessings on me. That God
On
bless
me
my
too.
financial advisor, so
Absolutely.
that she live
Absolutely.
long and that she keep my money long and keep it look, stretch it out, do good things, give her wisdom. Yes,
JB,
indeed.
JB, thank
Yeah.
you that you can think of my mother today. And
A- Amen. Amen.
my
No,
heart goes to you, and
thank you. Thank
heart goes
you.
out to you and your family.
No, I just think you are so blessed. You are a beautiful daughter,
Yeah,
and such a blessing that you are to your mom. You take care of Miss McGee, takes
yeah,
care of her mother every day.
yeah.
And such an opportunity. I think a lot of people, you know, don't realize the blessing of it. No, and you took great sacrifice to do it. And it's a beautiful opportunity to be able. Just the time that I was able to spend at, and I just remember, and how kind my clients were when my mother was in the hospital earlier this month. And I said, like, I'm, gonna have to, I just felt like I had to be with her. And I was like, I'm gonna be doing my Zooms from the hospital room. And, you all were so good to me. Love you back, Kanika. I mean, you really figure out who your friends are during times like this, right, Miss Williams? Like you go, like, whoa, it's easy to be friends when everything is like great. But when friends are willing to be inconvenienced by you, that's friends. When it's like your whole conversation is about your own personal issues, that's a friend. And I appreciate, you all looking at me as a human and being there, for me and encouraging me to be human. Because I think that a lot of the problem with business is that everything is about business, and business people have forgot that they're dealing with human beings. And so when the business person stops being human, they stop forgetting that everybody else is human. You
Yeah,
know,
right.
you know what I'm saying? They forget
Yeah.
that their employee is human, and then they forget that their client is human. So you go, how could they treat someone like that? And
Yeah.
then if you look at how they treat themselves, or they treat their family, or they treat, their, their wife or their husband or their child, like, then you know. So a lot of times people go, oh, well, their personal matters don't matter. It does matter. Personal matters matter, but we try to, say it doesn't matter, but it matters. And no, they have research, that shows that the corporate community will increase the pay for CEOs when they go through a divorce to make it more comfortable for men when they go through a divorce.
Mm, didn't know that.
It's in the books. I didn't either until I read that and doing with some research, and I was like, that is amazing. That the compensation they'll note because they're afraid that the person will get distracted or be under too much stress or do something crazy, start stealing money or something. So they go, we better, do something to help them. Because they don't know how people will handle stress. And that's something.
Hmm.
Everybody can't handle stress. We have to know how people handle stress. But no, and that could be like how did your family teach you to handle stress? Like one of my clients, um, when she texted me today, she was like, I know you're working because that's what you do. But y'all know that this isn't work for me. Y'all are my therapy. This is my relationship with God, is serving you all. Like, being of service to you is like, is my love language. And that, that, and my mom would say, why you do that? Even though as a child, she would always say, why are you doing that for free? I'd always have some sort of internship or something. No. And she go, why are you doing that? Are they paying you? And I go, no. Are they paying you? And but yeah, I was probably the first person. I'm the youngest, but I was probably the first person in my family that really got into like those internships and doing stuff, just volunteering and doing stuff free. Um, but everything that I ever did for free, I now get paid for.
That's right.
so,
That's the
so
way it
I
works.
also could be a textbook case of like, she did internships at the TV station, and I'm on CBS on Monday. That she also did volunteer stuff on radio. I do regular radio interviews. So it's that it's it works out. It works out like and I think that I thank God that I was able to live my life accordingly, and I persevered so that my mother was able to see that, oh, this kid did it. She stuck to it. It worked out.
It worked out.
Yeah. As I think a lot of the moves I made, Mr. Barton, were frightening for a parent. Like, why is this, child doing that? Why is she leaving that firm? Like, that's
They really
crazy.
liked you at Sears.
Feels like that, right? Yeah, to them, they see, the investment firm as security. Like, why wouldn't someone want to be there?
Yeah.
And then, again, then they get to see, like, what do you do under pressure? And then that's where that ethics ethics comes to play. Like I remember going to school and hearing my mom's instructions and my parents' instructions in my head. And you hear a lot of stuff on TV saying that because parents are um, disciplinarians, definitely. I grew up under a whole lot of discipline. And they say, basically punish parents for being like that now. No, I know. I love you back, Miss Kelly. And man, thank you. That I am a testimony of discipline benefits your children. And I hope that someone will tell their kids that know that there are a whole bunch of examples. I hope I'm sure other than me that parents that basically locked them in the house that it paid off. Because there are you don't have to check that allow your child to make every mistake in the world in order for them to learn what is right and wrong. No, nor do I exercise that principle with my daughter. No, I don't think so. I don't think that she has to be exposed to everything and she has to try every drug in order to know that drugs are bad. No, I don't do it. And they used to say, I remember during the admission process at University of Virginia, you will never leave this school without taking a drink. No, and I left that school without taking a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they say that? And it's but it is possible for so, but there were rules in my house, and they even and I don't remember them ever apologizing for their rules. My father or my mom, like oh, I apologize for the rules. I remember one time my mom saying, "Well, I guess all them times I hit you upside your head paid off." That was pretty much more of her approach. That I know you think I hit you too many times, but it make you feel like, well, dang, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have tried so hard. No, but like, yeah, guess she was right. No, it's like I think one thing everyone can say, JB learned everything mom and dad were teaching her. Yes. They're proud of you, cuz. Thank you. Yes. God definitely has my back. Thank you, Dale. Dale will tell you my mom was a heavy hitter. No, she said what she said. She meant what she said. And one time I had an interview and they asked, like, because my dad at that time was the interim president of Virginia State University, or had been, or whatever. Like, when he had been at Howard, special assistant to the president, and he had all these big time jobs and was president of another college in South Carolina. So they were like, so certainly your entrepreneurship interest came from your father. And I was like, actually not. No. My dad was a company guy to the end. Like, that was his thing. Like, why in the world would someone want to suffer like that? You were crazy. No, you go to school and you get the job. But my mom always fantasized about having her own business constantly. And she said, like, way, way back, like, they're thinking about starting this chain of like sandwich shops, like, and I don't know, I think they're gonna call it like Subway or something. And my dad was like, oh, that's stupid. Oh, No, no, it's not gonna work or whatever. Like, she was like, I don't know. If I had some money, I would do that. And that thing, well, we know where Subway is now. Like, but and I thought about that, like, as the subways, like, just started dancing, and like one time, like, but whenever I would kind of try to give mom a compliment, it was like it made her uncomfortable. Cause you know how I am, very enthusiastic with my compliments. Like it really does. Like my love comes real strong. Oh man. You know, I right, Randolph, I heard that today when I called Frost, and he told me that, and I'm so sorry. I am so sorry you lost Daryl. I know. We grew up together with our friend Daryl right up the street. Exactly. Daryl was so cute growing up. Daryl was the cute boy up the street. Now, and he was older than me too. So he was a cute boy up the street. Daryl. And now, Daryl, may you rest in peace. And may there be many women in heaven that think you cute too. Daryl was cute, the cute boy up the street. And so are you, Randolph. But you were just even older, right? You were older than Daryl, right? But Daryl was shorter. So when I was being so young, it was just cuter because he was just looked shorter, younger. I don't know. But both of y'all cute. Both of y'all are the cute boy up the street. He's like, you can't take it back. He's like, what about me? Both of y'all. And I'm glad you are alive. And Daryl, we're gonna miss you. But definitely the cute. As I tell you, life is fleeting, y'all. It's just like this. One day, and then the next. And then so we can't take not one moment for granted. Like
That's right.
not one moment. So as far as like entrepreneurship, I would definitely say like it was like my mom was always thinking about like if she was always that one that was like, if I had some money. So I think there was she was like the franchise thought type, she would have been like a franchisee of doing like a chain, something like that. That and doing something. It's interesting that it would come from my mother's side because people typically think, oh, it's the man that makes people think, or they think of entrepreneurship as a masculine thing to do. But we now see so many women that starting their own business. And even if we went back, Proverbs 31, she is an entrepreneur.
My mother was the entrepreneur in my family.
Yeah, I mean literally,
Yeah, she
that's
started her
what
own restaurant.
but that's what Proverbs 31 woman is. She goes and she
To
makes money. That's what it talks about in the Bible. Entrepreneurship. Right, Miss McGee? It didn't say she goes and she went to the office or she went to work. It said she went to the village and she was selling things.
Right.
She was doing that thing.
the
Right?
marketplace.
Yeah, she was doing it like that. If we really thought about like entrepreneurship is at the core of all of us, like we would have more of us comfortable with starting businesses. I just think that we're socialized more of, we get educated and we get the work. And then that's what success looks like. No. And then because of that, that's how you get loans. So we're able to clearly create that look of success. How are you doing, Mr. Jefferson? It's so good to see your name, Mr. HOA. Speaking of homes. But I think that it's just mostly about socialization. Like I was saying, when I met a man over the Asian Chamber of Commerce, he said they're not socialized to go and work for the government. They'll go and work. They all are socialized that, their government isn't as big as our government over here. Their government, there is small, and people are taught that you go and you work and you start a business. That's what you do. Amazing. A difference in. So what is it? Just think about like some key lessons that I think I got, and I want y'all to really share like lessons. And if Reverend Bozeman, you wanted to expand on your mother's, please do.
Yeah, my mother worked. She was actually the primary go-getter in the house. Uh, though what we were dealing with back then was this discrimination was a whole lot heavier.
Mm,
So my father couldn't get work and keep a steady job
mm,
because of discrimination. Him and his
mm,
brothers, so they all became alcoholics.
mm,
No, the four of them became alcoholics. But my mother,
mm,
uh, first of all, she was working four jobs, or she was working those four jobs to
mm.
save enough money to create her own business, and eventually she got to do that, uh, and then recruited the rest of the family to come in and work for her. So that was a very good lesson in itself to see that we could do that and make money and not be forced to uh, adhere to somebody else's rules.
So it's kind of like that poem or that letter to my nephew by James. I don't know if his name is James Baldwin,
Mhm.
but he says that about the pain of Black men, of just
Yeah,
not being able to find their place, and
yeah,
not being able to feel successful. And then Ms. Williams, we kind of talked about that today, about where the opportunity is going to be now, because we're living in a system that doesn't encourage the minority placement and things like that. And I really feel that entrepreneurship development and a change of what is required to appear successful, um like is needed. Like, often, no, I shouldn't say often, my entire 29 years as an entrepreneur, I have been looked at as, um why she do that? No. And there was a time where I almost ruined myself financially trying to appear like everyone else. No, like buying stuff and going into debt and getting loans, and and just doing things that people that workplaces do. Where as an entrepreneur, you just don't know what the next day is going to be.
that's for sure.
But I wanted my parents to see me as successful, and I wanted to, most importantly, them. It really didn't. The world kind of didn't really matter, but mostly them. And then, one day, maybe 15 years ago or so, I just said, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to carry this kind of debt. And I was like, I'm going to walk like I talk. And I just, I just had to change it. And it required, it was very humbling. It was very, very, very humbling. But it developed me as a person. And what I
Right.
think that, um, but it allowed me to get a greater understanding of why more people are not entrepreneurs. And it also allowed me to see why so many businesses fail. And then I also see why you were saying about those men becoming alcoholics, because they were so rejected in their attempt to build a dream.
Yeah.
And I think that me struggling was easier than if I was a man and I had had a woman. Like I was already left by, you know, I was left by my husband with my little baby, but I didn't have to. I don't know. It would have been I think it would have been easier as far as like raising a child, because the man would have easily find a woman to help him with a baby. It's hard for a woman to find a man to help her with a baby. But the it's like but the entrepreneurship and the man and trying to have a healthy relationship, and he can't offer the woman any stability, where I just focused on being single and taking care, of my baby. But that I mean, it could run him crazy. Where if he doesn't, and a woman too, so they'll give up, or they'll start drinking, or it'll go to the weakest part of you. Like today when I was working, and I thought to myself as I was, drinking water, and I got this organic stevia sweetened sparkling soda that I like, because that's like my when I want something special, said it. I thought to myself, you know how many people when a family member dies, they get drunk? And this is what my response is. And then right after I got the news, I went to a special training session. And my coach was like, I understand if you can't make it. I was like, nah, I got to do this. I really, really, really need this. I'm really, you know, and when I got there, the guy was like, I can't believe it. I said, no, but the best thing for me, because I was like, when my father passed, I gained 50 pounds. I said, so I can't do that again. I was like, I gotta stay in a healthy place. I have to. So I gotta move. I mean, it was when, I knew it already. I knew my mother was gone before she stopped her heart, before her heart stopped. But I still woke up with the worst headache in the world. And then when when I finally, got the call, it was, that I was like, my head was just pounding. And it didn't, the only thing that helped was the workout.
Hmm.
And then I just relaxed me, So it's like, but do you know how many people would have done something else? So it's like, we have to start like just grabbing at our healthiest place, and develop along the way healthy places to go, like, because stuff is going to happen. Stuff is always going to happen. And where do you go when things happen, right, Mr. McFadden? Like, things have happened to you more than the average person, Miss McFadden, throughout your life. And it's where we choose to go during those times is what determines our whole life, our whole life. Like, and so it's like, okay, racism, all of us still, we getting racism, boom, 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 boom. You know, some people just ain't gonna like us because we're a different color. How we respond to it, Patrina, no, is everything. Is everything.
JB, I was up at the club this evening with my trainer, and you saying about a place to go. And I can see why people go there and can stay 3 and 4 hours
Mm,
because it's a stress reliever. I think lifting
mm,
weights,
mm.
because you can focus all of that
Amen.
into pushing the
Amen.
weight.
Amen. Amen. But you have to be doing it before the event happens. You can't like, oh, I have a stressful event. I think I'm gonna start lifting weights. You can't. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah, it
have to
doesn't work
have
that
these
way.
habits established to, to like that. Like, it's like you put on, when you play football, you put on shoulder pads and a helmet, because you know that you're gonna get hit. Like I was telling somebody the other day about riding a motorcycle, right? Mr. Jenkins, you ride too? We don't think about if I go down, it's when I go down. So every time I go out, because they were talking about I stopped riding because I went down, I was like, I can't exactly tell you how many times I've been down.
Yeah, it's gonna
I
happen.
just
It might
I
be
just get
minor,
back up.
but it's gonna
I
happen.
just I just get back up. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, it's
I did that at a Harley demo, and the guy told me, just don't let that stop you. Just, it
you
happens.
get back up and you wear proper gear. I dress for what might happen. But the whole time I'm riding saying, I'm staying up. I'm staying up. I'm staying up. But I'm also thinking about the idiot that might cut out in front of me. I'm definitely thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. But we have to, be that way about life. As I operate my business, I'm thinking all the time about I have to operate it to be prepared for the worst case scenario. How do I make sure that everything is taken care of? What is the worst thing that can happen at this particular time? How do I make sure everything is covered? In my opinion, just keep your debts as low as possible. Avoid debt. I mean, to me, that was like my only strategy because I can't control what's coming in. Can't go and get a loan every time you want a loan. Not, not for me. I guess you could, but then you got to pay it back. So, you know, and especially, when you don't have a fallback in your mentality of, we don't have a whole bunch of, entrepreneurs in our mind to go back to think about when people are second generation of anything. Like we're like second, third generation police officers or teachers, or counselors. Post office things. We're ministers, fifth, sixth generation. We know those things. So as things come easy. But in order for us to get this generation to the next generation, we have to think, what do I want my children's life lessons to be from me, right? To take them. No, because my mother didn't do what she taught me, but she verbalized something that I grasped, that entrepreneurship enthusiasm, those thoughts. And God used me to make it happen. But, I don't think she ever thought about it, and she also, my first point was just that she fought for what she would fight for, what she wanted. She would never settle for less. She'll always put the family first. Everything that mattered, only thing that, mattered to her was family. Family was everything. And then one thing also I realized from her is that if you can, you want to pick the right partner the first time. No, if you can't, like, that can save you a whole lot. My parents not ever having to go through divorce, like, saved them a lot of money, right? And the never fold. She never folded. Never, never, never. I was saying, and I've said, and I've told her, and she always like, would act like she didn't understand what I was saying. But I'm telling you, I have friends whose mom would not like come out of the room some days. Like, just like the kid, like they be whatever they're doing, but their mother decides she ain't coming out. She's just, in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? The mom's just gone. Just gone. That wasn't. My mom was the first one up, as on every day that I can remember. She was the one saying it. All right, get up, clean your room, do this, give us the instructions. First one up, last one to bed. Always, always on point. I mean, they were. My father too. Like, oh, there was something. They never folded. And then she also had a way about always looking her very best. Always looking her best. I think I think like, that to me I think was very important to my father. I remember, the day that I felt that was going to be the day that my father was going to pass, and I remember feeling like I got to look like I'm going on TV today because my father had like this really really high standard of what we had to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that what really excited him about my mom was like she was about that. Right? Thank you, Erica. Exactly. That she was like, I'm gonna look good. What I'm saying? I'm gonna look good. And it was always about like what size you wear. Like one of our last conversations, she was asking me what size you wear. And I was like, I don't know what size you wear, but the truth of the matter is I might have been out of control if she wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of friends, not a lot of friends, but I know people whose mother wasn't like that, and they don't have that type of physical consciousness that I have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That I'm just like really like, and she gave me kind of a accountability of my appearance. I mean, everything could have been different for me if she wasn't like that.
Yeah. My
No,
mother always insisted that we be presentable.
right? I
Yeah.
don't think people are doing that now.
Yeah.
Like, cause I'm like, and then likewise. So I've given that to my daughter. So my daughter knows, like, if she says, "Oh, I need my hair done," or I know that I've given her a certain standard, and it's very expensive, but I've got to maintain it now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then I gave my mom her first. Thank you. I gave my mom her first pedicure, and after I gave her that pedicure, boy, it was on. I don't my sisters and stuff weren't doing pedicures and manicures. But after I gave my mom and then I started paying this lady to come in when she would come see me, to come, to me. Well, because when my daughter was born, I had an apartment on top of a building that I owned downtown. So me and the baby could be with me during the workday. So if they came to see me, like the person, the lady would just come do, me and do mom. Like we have a spa day right there at the office, home. And it was, mom was like, oh, yeah, I'm with this. So she started like really getting into, but my dad was not having it. When I started talking about massages, it was all over. No, nobody is touching my wife. I don't care. Woman or man, no, nobody touches my wife. This is enough. Enough already. I was like, Dad, are you serious? He was like, yes, no, no. I don't. I mean, the whole idea of it, like, just like, he was not receiving it. So she never had a massage her whole life. Isn't that something? Right, Patrina? That's my cousin. That is crazy. I did. So she was like, I guess I won't be doing that. Your daddy is not gonna let me do that. But that was like that generation. I wonder when massages like, because like probably historically when my father was coming along, massages, you know what I mean, were like bathhouse. It was a bad thing. It
Yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't a massage. It wasn't therapy back then. Right. Right. It
Right.
was, yeah, it was what bad people did and stuff like that. Mm, mm, mm. He may have given her one. What you talking about, Kanika? My dad ain't do that. No, they did not. I was born from in vitro. Anyway, they paid that. They were the first people to do in vitro 4 times. And no LOL about it. It's true. And the I but but yeah, if she would, always, and I think, that we should. What I've learned from that. I don't know if everybody thinks, but I think that um is something that makes me feel better. It makes me feel better when I feel good about myself. Like, sometimes I'll just look in the mirror and I go, okay, you're not even trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even trying. So, and I'll get it together. And I think that that we need to have that fallback where we need to let every generation know that we should, like you said, always present ourselves as the to the best that we can. And that
Yes.
doesn't mean spending a lot of money. It doesn't have to be spending a lot of money. It means using what you have, keeping it clean, taking care of it, and it's
Yeah.
enough. And it's enough. Just appreciating what you have. When I didn't want to, spend a lot of money on the hair budget, and I knew that I had already created this monster, not monster, but I knew that my child was going to want, what I'm saying, I've already done this for my child. I was like, well, I can certainly, what I'm saying. I don't need that. I don't need it. I can take care of. I can do, my natural because I love my natural. So
Jamie,
I
can you hear
save
me?
a lot with mine. Yes.
I think unbeknownst to you, I think you picked it up from your mom because you always before the camera you really look good. So
Oh, before the camera. See why?
well, I
Why
had to
you have to
preface it
clarify? No. Why you got to clarify that? No.
because you see
No.
because it's hundreds and thousands of people seeing you, so you're aware. You know what? This is forever. So yeah, so you picked it up indirectly from your mama. You
No.
do present before
Thank
you
you.
go before the
Thank you.
camera.
Hey, Mr. Johnson,
Yes, sir.
I know that her mother wouldn't want her to have him shorts on that day.
No comment on that one. No comment. No comment on that
I'm gonna tell you, Mr. Jenkins, that my mother said I should show my legs more on television for your information. And
All
I
right.
said, Mom, I'm not going to wear it. She was like, I don't understand why you don't. That was her. She told me, thank you. Thank you, Patrice. Exactly. She said it. She did. I don't think she saw. She might not have liked the shorts, but she certainly wants me to wear dresses. And then I said, "Well, Mom, this lady said that my legs were too big for wear dresses on TV." And then she said, "Whatever," because she
one.
again was raised during the time that big legs are a good thing.
Well,
And
maybe you are the reflection of her big legs. You the young
exactly,
you
because
your
she
young
did.
mama with big legs.
You're right. Again, my father liked her big legs. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch that.
You're right. You're right. Look, my cousin Patrina got big legs too. You see, Patrina said yes.
We haven't seen Katrina's big legs.
Exactly, exactly.
We've seen yours.
No, look, but you can see in her picture, you can tell she got big legs. Look at her. Look at her face. Look deeply into her face. Look,
Where's the picture? I need to see that
right
picture.
here, right in the comments up at top. Look, right at the right. That is what a big leg woman look like. She got yes and yes.
I need a co-signer. I need somebody to confirm the big legs, please.
Drina,
Confirm.
Drina, will you please confirm that Katrina has big legs? Uh-oh. Look, Drina said family gems. Exactly. Thank you. Family gems. Diamonds.
Yeah, crazy. Certified.
Just look, I would tell you what Miss Williams has as family gems, but I'm not because she's married and her husband to get mad at me. So I'm not gonna tell you what she has.
But
Thank you.
we already
Moving
know.
on.
Exactly.
We already know now. Thank you, husband, indirectly.
Exactly. Exactly. exactly, exactly. But she is blessed and highly favored. Exactly, exactly,
I'm gonna give y'all with my tongue, shata. I don't get it often, but
exactly.
I'm gonna give you one,
E-
shata.
Every family has gems. Exactly. So look in your best, every day. Priceless, priceless, priceless financial life lesson because it will help you be your best. They say that people that look their best are actually make more money over their lifespan. And that's something.
That's true, JB. I
Yeah.
think that when you
Yeah.
look good and you smell good, you feel good.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not talking about like pretty or
It's not
anything like
expensive.
that. Nope.
No, not expensive.
Exactly.
No, you
Nothing
don't.
You
like that.
stand taller when you feel
Yep.
good.
And look,
Yep.
guess what? You never know who wants to be a blessing to you because you looked upon. If you're
That's
looking
right.
raggedy and straggly, folks will overlook you. But if you look like you got something going on,
That's right.
they will, bless you.
Right.
So
That's right. That's
yeah,
what Miss McGee. Every time she go to a job interview, she put her hair down. She ain't here with her hair up, but when she go to the job interview, she put her hair down. Her hair go down.
that's something else.
Show 'em, show 'em, show 'em the hair.
That,
That's her.
that, that that's something else.
She be like, she be like Rapunzel. She holding back in here, but she loved the Cowboys. She always wear her cowboy hat and her hair down. Gets a job every time.
Y'all crazy.
He said, "Amen." The Cowboys. I know, Drina. I know you love the Cowboys too. He said, and then I also feel that my mom, her thing was she never worked a day longer than was needed. I
Mm,
remember like she worked when we got out of school, well, I was the last child. When I got out of school, my mom was like, I'm not working not one more day. Exactly. She worked, she worked only when was necessary and always worked wherever my dad was. Like my dad moved several times, but her
mm,
philosophy was I go where my husband goes.
mm,
And it's amazing how many, couples go to separate places. And she would go, I go, especially when your dad starts a new job.
mm.
No, she will always like, I'm going to let them know
That
he's
I'm here.
he's married. Exactly. Exactly. Here I am.
You know
And
why? It's
I'll cut you. And I'll
because
cut you.
all those hunters was there. There a lot of hunters there.
Exactly. I'll cut you and I'll kill you.
Ooh Lord. Ooh Lord. Cut you, but don't kill you. Ooh Lord.
And I'll shoot you.
I'm not gonna touch that.
It is true. Exactly. And they wouldn't test it. Exactly.
Mm, mm,
And
mm.
then when my exactly Patrina. And when my dad went to school, when I was 6 years old, he went back on a scholarship to get his PhD, and DuPont paid him to go full time. So he still had his salary from Delaware State, but he had to go to New York University to get the PhD. So mom was kind of like a single parent for those 2 years, and then 2 years of classes, and then he came home to write the dissertation. So I think of that as teamwork makes the dream work. That I learned that from her. That her like she was a secretary. She could type. They met in college at Elizabeth City State University. That's where they met. But she could type. They both were going to be in education, so she would work at the college. But somehow she just started into. She got into. Oh, that's because they went because hers was in like elementary education, but she wanted to work where he worked, so she started doing administrative work at a collegiate level. So the so that's what she started. She could type. I mean, she could type. I cannot type. I could hunt and peck. I never took a typing class, but I remember like where if back then there was no Microsoft, so dad would say, oh man, I need to change this line, and I remember her like, Curtis, oh my God, I typed that whole page again. Like, he'd be like, oh, no, baby, I'm sorry, whatever, da, da, da. But yeah, we got to do that. And then they kind of had, but like the correction thing was different back then. It was messy, you know. You remember that? Like, you remember how they used to make copies and you had that great big bold thing, and I don't know, but cause
Yeah.
yeah, but
Mimeograph.
it wasn't easy. All the
Yeah.
stuff that we do easily now. I'm so glad that mom took me to the office with her, because I got to see some stuff that now it's like that I could like compare like relative to that. Wow, how easy we have it.
We do. Yes.
But I would have to sit there because I was the one that wasn't in school yet. Like they were already in school, and so sitting there and looking at her doing stuff. Now I can see it, like how you had like you would copy on that blue thing, that sheet, and it would have like all these pages to it and stuff.
Yeah. The mimeograph machine.
That what it was, that you would
Yeah.
put it on there and then it
Yeah.
would go.
Yeah,
See,
mimeograph. And you were probably sniffing some of that oil that
Yeah,
went in there
I
too.
remember that from
Really?
yeah.
elementary school.
You
How
remember
people
that?
did
Yeah,
that.
it did
Yeah,
have like a strong odor
it
to
had
it.
a very strong odor. Yeah.
That's crazy how many people are
Yeah.
listening to us that have no idea what we're talking about.
And you had to
And
have
the whole
carbon
concept,
paper.
and right, the whole concept with, we say carbon copy, there was actually a piece of carbon in between the two sheets of paper.
Good
That's right.
point.
Yeah,
Good
That's
point.
right.
That was
yeah.
that blue. Was it blue?
No, it was
Like
Yeah.
black.
oh, it
It
was
was,
black. Oh, that was
yeah,
the black sheet. Like that was
yeah,
black.
right.
So okay, so she was typing
Mm-hmm.
and she was typing onto that, and the black sheet had to be in the middle. Okay,
Right.
okay,
That's how
okay,
you
okay.
got the copy. Now, if
Oh,
it wasn't a whole paragraph, you had a little strip of paper that you can slip in and type that letter, and it would take it off the page.
that's
Yeah,
what she was doing. Yeah,
yeah,
and it would have like
yeah,
so if he said change this word, then you put
yeah,
on it.
yeah.
Okay, you can do that.
Right.
Wow, and you would
Yeah.
type kind of like to make that correction on that thing. Oh
Exactly.
Lord, it was elaborate.
It was.
Yeah. It was.
And you
Yeah.
But
remember them electric
it was
things?
better
They would
than
go.
writing by hand.
It was like I remember when those electric typewriters came out. She had that.
IBM Selectric.
And they would
That's what it was. Had the
go.
How
Yeah.
about the ones that had the balls? They had all the letters on
Yes.
the ball.
Yes. Oh, she
Yeah.
knew she had something when that
Yeah.
came out.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, and
goodness.
you could take letters off by hitting your backspace,
That's
Yes.
right.
and it would
That's
pull
right.
off the letter.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was something to do a dissertation on that.
That's incredible in and of itself.
Right?
Yes.
That is something. I know. The
Yeah.
things that people take for granted
That's
now
true. That's
are
true.
crazy. We have no reason to complain. We have so many things at our fingertips and we just don't go and get it.
Right.
I was downtown yesterday, Monday, by the museums, the monument,
Mm,
and I saw two people with paper maps. You open up
Oh really?
and fold, looking at where the monuments were.
Mm.
mm. And you saw two people do what?
They
They
had
had the
paper
map. You
maps.
remember the paper map to fold up and you open?
Oh,
Yeah, because
oh, that's so good. Oh, you
I
said I
just
saw an
ordered
actual map. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. I love it.
I just
Oh,
ordered
that's
10
sweet.
maps from AAA because I was tired of looking at that little screen and I wanted to
I
get a
didn't even
big
know you could
picture.
get them anymore. I didn't know where you would get them.
Yeah, you can still get them from AAA, but you got to write to them and ask them specifically for paper maps.
I love it. I was kidding. Y'all are so blessed. I can't tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all coming out because I know that this participation is because y'all love me and I appreciate it.
Oh, of course
Thank
we
you.
love you.
Of
Thank
course
you.
we do.
The
I
fact
really
that you were
appreciate it.
here tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you're here tonight. I'm surprised you didn't hear.
I know because I'm just loved and really, my man, he wanted to take me out. He just really wants to be with me tonight. It's true. But I said, no, Leroy, we cannot go out tonight because I have my podcast. So no, I wish, right? Exactly. But maybe tomorrow. I know you want to hold me and console me and everything, make me feel better. Like you just cry on your shoulder. No such luck. But I have y'all, and I
Yes, you
appreciate
do.
it.
But
Yes,
we
you
know
do.
Exactly.
tonight that you are your mother's daughter.
Exactly.
Facts.
So
Exactly.
you're
Facts.
pressing on. You're being
Exactly.
strong.
Exactly. And you better be. And I thank God that I don't have no bad habits. Exactly. I mean,
I don't know about that, baby.
I don't have any bad habits.
Mm.
There will be no Leroy call today. As a tribute to my mom, I will not call Bebe nor Trey Trey or Smook Smook or
You
Leroy.
you get a Leroy checks.
Exactly. If Leroy call, if texts me, because Leroy. But I got a weakness for people named Leroy. But
You crazy. You crazy.
I mean, I do.
You
But if
certified crazy. You that way.
exactly, but if Leroy does, exactly, if he come out of nowhere, exactly. I mean, but I'll let y'all know next week.
So Erica
Wouldn't it
Badu
be
got
something?
Tyrone.
Well,
You got
wouldn't it be
Leroy.
something that somebody named Leroy called me tonight? He's like, I heard what you said. My name is Leroy, but you can call me Leroy if you like that. If you like Leroy, but I prefer Leroy. I don't know why I find Leroy to be such an interesting name. No, but it is exactly. Drina's like you crazy because I'm from North Carolina at heart. Leroy is a strong North Carolina name, isn't it? Somebody in here got a man named Leroy, and I'm not talking about him. I do not know your man. I'm just joking. Everybody knows. Tell them I'm joking. They be like, they be inboxing me. I'm seriously joking. But I appreciate y'all so much. I I couldn't like yesterday. I was like, I don't know my topic for tomorrow. I was frozen. And then that's God. And then this morning I said, oh, yeah, I want to talk about mom. And I appreciate y'all allowing me.
Well, like we discussed earlier when I talked to you, you already called this.
Yeah. When
You
we went
mentioned
there
this
that
about
day, when
yeah.
we went there that Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already called
Yeah.
this out. You already knew it was gonna happen. It was just what day it was gonna happen. So
Amen.
yeah.
And I think that we should like what's that James Cleveland when he says when you know what you
Mhm.
know, don't expect anybody to agree with you. Like don't go around, and that's one thing I thank God for. Um this was the first time that I really stayed at peace. Like I didn't get caught up. I really just stayed calm. And no matter what, frenzy was going around, I really stayed calm. And
JD,
that helped a lot.
I kept getting all last month. FTD kept sending me 15% discounts.
Mm.
And I'm like, I hadn't ordered nothing from them in like a year and a half. And then I thought about it this morning. I said, well, okay, well, let me go use
Oh,
that, send her a plant.
oh,
I'm
oh
like,
my
why do I
God.
keep getting
And they're
these?
so beautiful.
Yeah.
Aziza, can you bring me my flowers from Mr. Jenkins? I forgot. I wanted to bring them. Thank you, DM. I forgot to bring them up. I wanted to have them with me, and they're so beautiful. But now that you told me they're discounted, I really don't like them as much. But I thought Leroy would pay full price, but I understand. I understand that you're always trying to save money,
No,
exactly. But Leroy never tries to save money with me. Look,
but I thought about
exactly. Look, last
it.
time,
It's like,
look, Leroy take me out when he used the coupon, right? Oh, baby, it's 2 for 1. Not on the first date, Leroy. God, he's like, nah, it's first date. You told
No,
me,
but
look,
it
you're a
made me think,
financial advisor.
but it just made me think, why do I keep getting these emails from them? I haven't bought nothing from them. I don't buy flour.
Man,
Why do they keep popping up?
your wife was like, because my birthday's coming up, damn it. That's why. What the hell? It's
Could
because of
be, yes,
me.
next week.
Exactly. Exactly. I keep up with it. I keep up with you, your wife, everything. I know. And everybody's like, how you know if she know when his wife's birthday is? Because I
Oh,
know.
beautiful.
Yeah, sweetheart.
Oh,
They
those are
sweet.
nice.
Thank you, sweet. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah,
They're
beautiful,
sweet. It's so sweet.
Those are
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah, so sweet. I love them. That's so sweet. Now you gotta like make sure. Gotta get one for both of us. They are beautiful, aren't they? They look sweet. They look so sweet on the camera too. It's sweet. They were sweet. I'm blessed.
JB, at
Hmm.
times like these, you will be far stronger than you really imagined. The other thing I want to say to you is
Hmm.
this. What would she want you to do, or what would she not want you to do? That's your answer.
My mom?
Yeah. At this time, what would she want you to do, or what wouldn't she want you to do? She wouldn't want you to be sad. Now, you know that. So
Oh my
that's
goodness.
one answer.
Girl, you don't know my mom. My mom would want me to be sad. She would want me to be crying.
No,
Oh, yes, she would. Oh, yes, she would. You are, girl, you are tripping. My
no,
mother would be like, you better be boo-hooing. I'll whoop your
no.
ass. You better be crying. You better be crying. What is wrong with you? You sitting there working. My mother would be mad. She would be mad. Like, you're working. I'm so sick of you working. You work all the damn time. Do you realize that I
No.
died today? I'm about to whip her ass. I did not spank her enough. Bam, bam, bam. I'm telling you. Now, you know Kanika, right? Kanika knows that North Carolina women don't play. Look, Treva said, yep. She know. That's my cousin. Treva know.
We
My
know what you
mom,
mean, Miss Davis.
Thank
look.
you.
Rita is saying
No
what
bonnets, no slippers tonight. She looking
That's right.
fabulous.
my mom want me to take the whole
That's
month
right.
off as a tribute of like going to mourning. It wants a whole all of us go into mourning for Bethel Bryan right now. My mom don't play. You should stop. All y'all stop the traffic. Everything stop. Bethel is gone. She don't play. Now y'all haven't met Bethel. He said, some of you have like, if you, I wish like if she have been doing better this year. Like my mom, she'll come to one of my events. She'll come in through the back door, and she'll walk all the way up, all the way up. No matter how big it is, all up to the front. I could be talking to anybody. I come up in the middle, acknowledge. You're gonna acknowledge me. I'm her mother. Her mother is here. Your mom is here. Her mother is here. You better recognize that's my mom. Yeah. So yeah, she's like, you should not be working tonight. I'll be like, Mom, like make sure you tune in. I'm gonna talk about you all night long. Look, you don't talk about me. You sit there and sit down. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah. That She don't play. Exactly. Exactly. Lawanda said, lower the flat. Thank you. Lower the flat. So there, like that's it. She's so irritated with my work ethic. And it's like, Mom, like, but it's hard for a woman who has married, she made great choice. And I just didn't make that. I did not make a good choice. So her mind, like I told her, I said, Mom, like you have never had to worry about a light bill or anything. And thank God, Mom, that's a blessing. I said, but if I don't work, it don't get paid. And it's like really hard for her to fathom that. And she said, well, I hope to God you get something to do. You ain't got to work like that. Like, it's like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. You think this school thing will help you out? Like, she can't get it. Because most members of my family, they get 2-3 weeks off. They get to like sit around, they watch soap operas, they get time. That's, that's a normal, you go to school as much as I went type of life. That's what I should be. I've been working 30 years, every day, every weekend, no vacation, this and that. Like, and then when last year I started running, my mom was like, "Why in the world are you doing track and field?" I just said, "I don't know, Mom. I guess just because I can. That's the only reason. Just because I can. There's really no other reason, You just because you can. But there, it's like a whole different. I've had a whole different life experience, and I had to learn to appreciate her life experience, and that's it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I could have, like, I don't know what Juan. Where'd you go, Juan? What are you saying? Tell me. Wait a second.
Can you
Tell
hear me?
me.
Can,
Translate that for me.
can you hear me?
Yeah, tell
Yeah.
me.
I said you made a choice not to stay in a bad situation.
Not to. Exactly. Exactly.
So that wasn't. So that was. I mean, again, when you compartmentalize your life, not. I mean, you talking about your personal with the family, your business,
That's right.
the marriage, but you made the decision not to stay in a bad situation. So that was a good choice because look
True.
here, if you stayed, you wouldn't be having this. We wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
True. True.
Yeah.
And a lot of women don't have that option. They cannot take care of themselves by themselves.
It may be harder if they do, but they do have the option. You don't have to stay in that situation.
Oh, 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 yeah. Exactly.
They may have
But
a
they've convinced themselves that they
that's the
cannot take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying?
and
You're right.
during yeah, that's the challenge right
You're
there.
right. If you've convinced,
Yeah.
but it's true. But like, and yeah, and my situation, yeah, yeah, like there are many of women like her who their husband left with 4 kids.
Mm.
The woman didn't have a choice. She picked a good one. And back then, they ain't have no mandatory child support, and you know what I mean? The system. He just be gone.
That's a
And that would have
conversation.
been, if my dad had left, the whole trajectory of my life would be gone. I'd be different. You probably wouldn't even know me.
Facts.
Isn't that true?
Facts.
Isn't it the truth? I
Facts.
don't think people realize how much we need each other.
You need to put some respect on that.
Teamwork, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
Now
Amen.
that's the kind of stuff we need to talk about at funerals, really. To all them couples out there, when y'all just think about walking away from stuff, y'all need to think about all the lives that are impacted by the decisions that y'all made.
Well, we're currently in a walkaway crisis right now. A lot of folks are walking
Everybody's
away.
so selfish. Everybody just what's good for me.
Yeah.
Everybody just this makes me feel good. That's what I want to do. Oh, I just don't like you anymore. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
And then the kids just have to suffer. Isn't that sad? Like you just well, that's nice. And it's sad. And then you wonder why the kids are selfish going around shooting each other in the head. Well, it's, yeah. So I definitely am thankful that my parents stayed together. I think that the balance helped and saved my life. How you doing? Yeah, the balance. We need it. We need each other. So when we have, not to go there, Rita, but when we have women on TV that say, I don't need him, I don't need a man. I don't need no man to do nothing for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's communicating a bad thing.
I think JB. I normally, when I see those type of conversations, I'll be thinking, just because you have a mic, that don't mean you need an audience.
You know that's right.
Some folks don't deserve an audience, but they have a mic.
I'm so glad they haven't repeated that section.
Yeah.
Because they could really be killing our community softly by hitting us with that one over and over. I don't need a man. 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 Oh my goodness, dear God, please know that I'm not saying that. I'm just repeating what someone said.
Right. I
Because
think a lot of folks don't realize this, that what there's an offspring, there's a root. So when you start seeing the root, when you see the offspring of something, it comes from the words that we speak. I don't
Amen.
need. Okay.
yeah,
So you've seen it right there
Right.
played out. You've seen it played out in real time.
yeah,
Since
yes,
folks are saying it collectively, now
yes,
you're experiencing it
yes,
collectively.
yes. I remember saying
What
to my
destroyed
daughter's
our
my
community.
daughter's father when
Yeah.
he left, when our daughter's father left, I said, I realize that you don't want to be married anymore or help me raise this little teeny baby, but could you help me
Mhm.
find the appropriate father to help me raise this child?
Oh,
Because I do not want to raise her alone.
Right.
And he said no.
yeah, that was a heavy question.
That was a heavy question.
But
That
that's
was a very heavy question.
but that's very
I
selfish
looked
to
twice. I did a
But
double
that's
take.
very selfish because I was young. He was considerably older than me. I was very young. You know what I'm saying? To think that I would never bring a man around her. You know what I'm saying? It's selfish. You're leaving a young woman. You know what I'm saying? Is you're going to have another person around your child.
Right.
What don't you think that you should help me in this decision? Because I got a lot of other stuff to do. I'm trying to build a business here. Help me do the right thing. You know,
Mm,
I want to have a man in my life.
mm.
And I don't have time to pick one. And you being stupid,
Uh,
he
wow.
could have helped. He could have helped. Like, that's
Well, fast
ridiculous.
forward some 20 something years later. Look at God.
Look at God, I'm still alone.
I'm talking about the help you had. I'm talking about how
Maybe.
things turned
I
out.
don't know what you talking about. What are you talking about? What is your point?
My point is, it's not as bad as you.
Thank you, Kanika, for liking how I said that.
It's
We
not
should
as bad.
all say that. You walking away from your responsibility. Well, you help me feel it. You help me feel this
JB, watch
responsibility.
this.
And you
It could
make sure that he does this, that.
it could have
But
been
do
You
worse
know
you
if
how I
it,
like it?
it could have been
you
worse.
really would have wanted him to pick that? I could see you asking
Exactly.
somebody else.
Because you
But
know what
It
I
could
like.
it could have been worse if he stayed. Stop it. Stop.
Look, you know what I like. Now you just go out there and put some time into that. I ain't got time for that. I got investing to do. You do that, you ain't the breadwinner anyway. You tell him, I'll pay the bills. I do the same thing I do for you. You just find me the right man. You just and we get this thing. We gonna be all good. I'm gonna be happy. We don't need nothing for you. Bye bye. That was a that was good. Your woman happy. That was not too much to ask. I mean, that's not. You know, Mr. Barton, like, yes, it is too much to ask. It is not. This is look just like what did Warren Buffett's wife do?
Nothing.
Warren Buffett's wife was
Nothing.
dying. Warren Buffett's wife was dying. That
Uh,
woman found him a woman.
And
That is a real woman. That is a real woman. The woman was dying and found him a woman.
Are you suggesting
That
that
is a
this?
woman. That is a real partner. That is how you gonna say you love me? And you can't. I love you, but I just just don't want to be here. Okay,
Well,
I understand it. But if you love me, Help us sister out. 3 or 4.
I'm not gonna touch that.
3, just give me 3 or 4 options. You didn't have to just pick one then. I would have
Reverend
gone with
Bozeman,
just
I need your
one.
help on
If he
this one.
had just picked one, I would have been good.
Reverend Bozeman, I need
We
your
would
help
have
on
been
this one.
together today.
We only listen.
We
We
get to hear
only
from the
listen
Reverend.
to our husbands who are good husbands, JB.
Oh,
We
oh,
only
Gwida
listen to
Davis, I
our
need your help on
husbands
this
when
one.
they've been good
Yes.
men.
I had no idea the
Yes.
Then we
conversation
tell
was
them,
gonna go this
don't
way. You
control
never would have
his
look,
told me
look,
this.
ways.
We
look,
at
look,
that.
look,
Don't let
then,
JB ramble right now. Don't let him ramble. Come on, help me out.
Some
I'm
husbands
telling
will
you,
say, marry him if I die. You're like, no, you don't pick.
you don't pick. I don't know. It sounds
What I
rational
do
to me.
after you gone.
To this day, it still sounds rational. It's just that you have to be probably white to understand, because that is something that a white person would understand and they would do. They would do. White people are just on a whole different level of open-mindedness. It's like,
Oh
well,
Lord.
An open relationship.
an open relationship, exactly. But that is something that white people, they'll be like, well, my ex-wife is married to my best friend, and we all hang out, don't they? And I get that. I get that. What is wrong with that? That you don't own a person. It
Reverend
did.
Bozeman, I need
It did.
you on
It
this one.
did. No,
Reverend, step
y'all
You know,
know.
it's funny.
Reverend, step in because some husbands be directing you from hey, marry him. Don't let anybody else get my inheritance.
That's right.
As I look back over my life, my first wife ended up with my best friend. My second wife ended up with my best friend after I left.
There you
Jesus
go.
Christ.
There you go. But you ain't. But you didn't set it up. See, if you had set it up, you'd still be connected. You still get some benefit
No, we're
from that
still
relationship.
connected.
Oh, y'all still like connect. Did you hook them up? Did
No,
you? Oh,
no,
see, you should have hooked it
I
up.
just left.
Then you'd have control over that whole thing. You should have hooked
Uh,
it up. I wish somebody would. I was like, look, this is what y'all doing. Y'all cook. Y'all gonna give me some dinner tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like, who's
can't with y'all.
who's
I can't.
cooking? Who's cooking?
Mr. Johnson, I wished I
Yes.
had
look,
Chris Williams' phone number right
look.
now. If I had Chris Williams'
I
phone
know
number,
Chris would be like, nah,
We need a Rev right now.
nah,
We need a
nah.
Rev right now.
I was like, Chris, you just gotta come to the next level. You just gotta come to the next level. You gotta, what is it called? Raise your thinking. I was ahead of my time. I
you
was ahead of
certainly
my
were.
time, right?
So you want
Uh,
to share?
It was no. I said you don't want. I said, but I think that people could. If I'm not opposed to that. If people want to share, share.
No sharing.
Exactly. But if people want to share, they
Miss
should
David,
share.
Miss David, where that money at? No sharing. Where that money at?
But the key,
There it
y'all
is.
can talk exactly.
That's what I'm talking
Look,
about.
look,
No
look,
sharing.
look, 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 look. See, exactly. See, y'all get my mom. My mom is mad at me again. My
Oh
mom
my
is my
God.
mom is like, it's just stupid. It's just stupid, Jennifer. It's just stupid. It's just stupid that you asked him to do that. It's just stupid. He was stupid. Me and your dad told you it was stupid. It was stupid. You should have never liked him at the beginning.
I'm about to
wait,
sit back
Mr.
here.
Johnson.
Yes,
Wait,
yes,
hold
yes,
on one
yes, Miss
second.
It's like
Davis.
it's just stupid. It's just stupid.
Look here.
All
I
right.
need the coordinates.
See,
I'm about to do me a flight. Do me a
Exactly.
first class flight. I'm
But
coming to
I don't.
Omaha.
But I
Yeah, Miss
do.
Davis.
But
this is what you need.
I bet I would have. Look, I bet I would have got an answer then. No, no, no. That's what I should have had. Look,
Oh
I know
my
one thing.
God.
I know one thing. I know one thing. You
Yes,
ain't. Look, I know one thing. You're not leaving with another one. You're not leaving here without a backup plan.
yes, Lawanda, I'm doing it.
You are not leaving here without
I
a backup plan.
I need that address in the back chat, in the private chat, so I can come get that money.
Y'all are sick. It's sick. That's my money too. Thank you, Paula. Paula says sharing is caring. That's
Yes.
right. See,
Yes.
Paula is of the sharing kind. That's right.
Yes.
Paula,
I'm a,
I support you being happy. I know. Luanda said Miss Davis is still flipping her money.
That's
Exactly.
right.
You Because you know she's down in near Fulton County. That's what they do. She got about 15. She got about 15. 15. What she say? 15 G's? What
It's
she
Yeah,
the
say?
look.
15,
It's
It's
15K.
15.
it's
15K.
them Fulton
15K.
woman.
15K.
Them Fulton woman.
Exactly. Fulton woman. Exactly. Talking about me. Talking about me. Because I'm
Look,
just trying to be committed.
look, look. I'm not making no sandwich.
Exactly. It's just so
Oh
inappropriate.
boy.
I'll make a sandwich. I'll make a sandwich. I'll
Oh my
make a
god.
sandwich. Especially if
Oh
that's
my
the only thing he wants.
god.
Paula, you tell him I'll make a sandwich. That's gonna be our next week. Next Wednesday night is I'll make a sandwich.
Say, will you make a sandwich?
All I want to know is how you like your sandwich. I'll make a sandwich. How do you like your sandwich?
Arugula lettuce.
Look, he's a all. I don't believe he said that though. I don't believe that.
I believe you said it.
Oh, look, Paula asking. Paula, are you asking me? Paula said, "Do you support me being a cougar?" Of course I do. Look, Mr. Johnson is like he wants me to know that the minister is here. Y'all be quiet. Y'all just be quiet.
Yes.
Of
Yes.
course I support Mr. Johnson, Reverend Johnson. What is a cougar? I I don't
That's a
know.
salad. That's a salad.
Oh yes, Paula. I
Arugula.
support you being a salad. War. You can be a salad. Why would she want to be a salad?
I can't with y'all.
Exactly.
I can't with y'all.
Ms. Williams, why would she want to be a salad? What is she saying? What is that, Paula? A salad. Do I support? Yes, I support you being a cougar.
All right.
All
Paula,
right.
but
All
I
right.
think Paula, you got to make a whole lot of money to be a cougar. I think that's the key, right?
Not
Isn't it?
not these days.
Oh, but you don't have to make a whole lot of money, Paula. Yes, but I don't like that name. You know I don't like it. That's why she asked me that. I think last year I said I don't like those names. Don't label things. Don't label things. Don't label people. No labeling. No labeling.
Stop it. You gotta label
It's true.
somebody.
Don't label. Don't label. Y'all try to label me.
At least with a label, do not
Sandwich.
disturb,
Look, try to call me sandwich
proceed with
maker.
caution. Come on, you
Sandwich
gotta have a
maker.
label.
You can
Some
talk to
really
the pastor about it.
exactly. There's some talk to the pastor, Paula.
They're crazy.
There's
Certified.
some really good women out there that make sandwiches. Exactly. There's
No,
nothing wrong with it.
JB, it's not about making a sandwich. It's about making a
Oh,
sandwich on demand.
oh, oh, is that what he's trying to say?
Yes.
Like
Make the
telling
sandwich
him
on
what to
demand.
do.
On demand.
On
Yeah.
demand. 2 o'clock
But
in the
what's
morning.
wrong with that? What's
Nothing
wrong
wrong
with
with
that?
it. If I need a
Like,
sandwich at 2 o'clock, I need a sandwich at 2 o'clock.
but what I mean, what if she stays at home
I don't know
and
what
he
that
says
means. I need
he can't ask her to make a sandwich,
I need a sandwich. 2 o'clock in the
right?
morning. 1:30 in the morning. 12 o'clock midnight.
I
3 o'clock
don't
in the
think it,
morning.
first of all, I don't think he's the type that would say something like that. I don't think
Who?
that man. I don't think he would. What like whatever his name is, Wade. Yeah, I don't see it.
Hmm.
Yes, he is. Did you see that suit he had on? That suit
when,
like
when
that
it's like,
suit was like
wow,
$3,400 suit he had on.
really?
Yes. Look at the stitching on that suit.
He only got to work 2 days to make 3,400. What he got? He was like,
He wasn't broke, that's for sure.
right? Was it
Mm-mm.
really? How do you
Yeah.
know? You
It's
were
not a,
looking at that.
I know the
I thought
stitching,
his
yes.
suit,
And the buttons too.
but
On the
his
suit.
suit looked
Yes.
just like a suit that Leroy wore to the club one night. It didn't look special to me. And Leroy got his from GQ Men's Shop.
Well, they got a teller in there.
It
It's
was
a
like
teller.
he got a clone. What? How did you know the suit was nice?
I saw the buttons and I saw the stitching. That was a nice suit. Trust me, that was about a $25 to $3,000 suit he had on. He was no slouch.
Well, then I
Yes,
know that he could get somebody to make a sandwich for him. Yeah, I see. I don't think he would talk like that. With a 30, he was very polite. Gwen, do you think that man would have said that? If Gwen says yes, think about this now, because Gwen is a mental health professional.
Well, he was
Do
polite, but look
you
here.
or
We're
do
not
you
talking
not?
anything about mental health.
It is. This is a mental health question. Do
Look,
you or
JB.
do you not think this man would say that about
I think he
only
would.
thing a woman would say
He's
or do
making
And
for
so all
him?
these
it's making
questions should be
sense.
asked to the minister at this time.
Oh,
What
Reverend
man are we
Post.
talking about?
Oh, Wade. He said that only thing he is rumored to have said, or she
Oh, is
said,
this the guy that was on trial?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
he's still on trial.
okay.
He might get fired Friday.
Well, he got
So,
money. He good.
I'm gonna tell y'all, it's gonna be proven that he ain't say that. Yeah, I don't know, but I trust you. If you say you said it, Mr. Johnson, he said it.
Yeah, he said it.
Only if Mr. Barton backs you up.
So
Mr.
watch
Barton,
this.
do you back
That
him up? Do you think he said it?
that woman is not gonna get on stand and tell the whole world a lie. What she did. She lied about their relationship. But she was serious when she said, "Oh," he said, "All you can do is make me a sandwich." I
Yeah,
believe that.
really.
Yes, I believe that. Yeah, I believe that.
Then I just
yeah, you
don't
know, people say
understand.
hurtful things.
I just don't understand if that's what he said. Then why would she give him her money back? You know, why give him the money back? Because he didn't want it. All he wanted was you to
Well,
make.
she
Look,
understood that her taking anything from him was a conflict of interest. So
look.
she was heading that off at the pass.
Exactly. Look, but
See,
all he wanted was a sandwich.
he wanted more than a sandwich. He wanted to be sandwich already.
Look, they could have broke even with just making him a sandwich. The
Yeah,
man,
okay.
poor man still want a sandwich. I bet if I see him, I'll be like, "Do you still need a sandwich?" He was like, "You know what? Funny thing, I still don't have my sandwich." I was like, "Man, you married the wrong woman." Look, my mother's tip number 7: pick the right one the first time, bro. Pick the right one. Financial tip number 7 from my mama's list: pick the right one the first time.
Yeah.
He might have, I don't know, but he says that she exactly. They all lied. I know that's right. I
Mhm.
know. Oh, right? His ex-lawyer and his ex-lawyer. Yeah. That guy, his ex-lawyer is like, Lord, I don't know. Poor thing. Fanny is beautiful. Oh, you spelled her name all wrong. No respect. No respect. Her name is Fani. What's wrong with her, Miss
FANI.
Davis? How could she treat Fani like that?
That's right. It's funny.
It's Fani. Fani. Treat that woman with some respect.
I would have seen a birth certificate.
I know. Wouldn't it be funny if it's Fanni with a Y or IE? That would be so funny. Like my Aunt Fanny. I got an Aunt Fanny and it's FANNIE. That would be so funny. It's like FANNIE. Where was she born? Oh, she's like, Lord, I know. FANI, I don't know. She better have had that corrected. If we get that, look, Trump gonna ask for her birth certificate. Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh, yes, he will do that.
Trump would be like, I don't know. I think her name is Fanny. Let's check. That's right, Lawanda. I finally got somebody on my side. She'll deserve our respect.
We know Fanny.
Tell
Fanny
her,
with
Lawanda.
Hamer.
That's
That's
right.
double ends. But that's funny. I give it funny.
You better get. I wish Lawanda. I wish you were in this box right now, Lawanda. We get her last Wednesday.
Mm.
I know. Get her, Lawanda. They just lied. Lawanda said, "For all of the government experience within me, Lawanda will get her afterwards." Oh my God! Don't listen to her, Lawanda. Close your ears. Paula talking loud. Ah,
Mm.
ah, ah. I mean, how's she gonna say that that woman is? Paula be tripping. Paula be tripping. Paula be tripping. Y'all be good. I love y'all.
We love
You
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 know,
back.
too, JB.
may
Love you
God,
back.
may my mom rest in peace. She
Yes.
did her time. 84. That's a good life.
Yes, it is.
Amen. Amen.
Her mom, my grandma only lived 77.
Mm.
No, 84. That's the longest living person in my family ever. 84.
Wow.
I mean, that's why I tell
Well,
you,
that
you
means
should
you got
be,
to take it to at least 90.
amen. That would be a blessing.
I
I
think you will,
know.
JB. I think you will.
As long as I get my Leroy, I'm gonna be good. Me and Leroy, we going. You let me get my Leroy.
So no
Get
no
my heart.
Tyrone, no
Look.
Tyrones.
Get my heart rate down. We got Leroy and a Tyrone. I live to like 100.
You crazy. You crazy.
I love you. My mom be like, you don't need them. You don't need no two men. What you talking about? Don't be telling them people. Don't be telling them. I'm just joking, mama. You the fighter. Amen. Amen. Y'all are so good. Exactly. Kanika. Y'all are good. Oh my
You gotta
goodness.
find
I
your
gotta play
Leroy.
this one. My mom was something else. The physical therapist came in there and she wouldn't get up. I'm gonna play this for her. And she was like, don't and I said, oh, I played I said, let me play this. I said, let me play some music and she'll get up. And I started playing the Jackson 5. And mom got right up. I was like, this woman is something else. Just this what was it? It was ABC. Just this a couple of months ago, this summer, her and my aunt were dancing hard. I'm telling you, live every moment like it's your last.
That's what I do.
And I told them, I was like, get down. I mean, I know they slept good that night. I was recording. I mean, they were shaking it. Her and my dad's sister was there. They had a great time. So shake it too, King. Shake it like you ain't got no tomorrow, y'all.
All
Take it
right.
easy.
You have a good night.
Good night.
Good
Love
night.
y'all. Take care. Talk to y'all soon.
All
All
right.
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 ABC. Love you.
Love you, JB.
Love you.
Take care.
Thank you for
Right.
sharing the night with me. Thank you.
Right.
Love y'all.
Love you.
Love you
All
too.
right.
Bye
Good
All
bye.
right.
night.
Night.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jefferson.
You're
Thank you
welcome,
so much.
JB. Talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Y'all. Thank y'all. Made me happy. Made my night. I love you more. Mr. Johnson, I love you.
You are loved and appreciated
Thank you. You are so loved and appreciated, Mr. Johnson. Longwood Firearm Training.
in the house.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right. That's right. That's right. I love that.
look at them
Good
flowers. Beautiful
night. I
flowers
love
too.
it. That's right.
I love those flowers.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you some.
Deacon.
I'm going to Costco to
That's
give you some
right.
tomorrow.
That's right. Mr. Jenkins did not get these at Costco.
I don't know. It looks familiar. That's a Costco right there. You said we
They
didn't
were
get anything.
delivered.
Delivered from Costco's.
I don't know, but they delivered them. We don't really care.
We
It's
don't
the
care.
love that counts. And a card. Don't forget the card. Don't forget the card. That's
Bye now.
right.
I'll talk to you.
Thank you so much. You're
You're
the best,
welcome.
Mr. Jenkins. Love y'all. Bye bye now. Y'all the best. Love you, Kanika. Love you. Love you. Love you, Drina. Love you, Mr. Jefferson. Love you, Benita. Love you, Reverend Bozeman. Y'all be good. Love you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Dear God. Love you, Mommy. And you rest in peace.